Hello everybody and welcome back to the Chariot series, myself Critical Rocket, and here we are with the second of the trifecta of Inner Sphere heavies for you. This is the Cataphract 4L. Now, we all know what 4L means. The 4 definitely means stealth armor and the L means Lao, so it's sneaky Lao time. Yep, as their piece of equipment that they developed, I think basically being based on the chameleon type armor that was used by the Star League, the Capellans have a habit of creating some pretty nifty tech: triple strength myoma, stealth armor, ECM suites. Despite the fact that they were one of the houses that regularly got dumped on in the writing and lost lots of their systems and battlemech regiments and all the rest of it to houses of Davian and Marek, they seem to have a knack for coming up with some pretty cool tech. And yeah, it's no different here. The Cataphract was also one of their designs that was handily stolen by House Davian later on, and hence both houses using them. But it is basically a Frankenmech. It's the original Frankenmech in story, created from whatever was available at the time from their numerous factories that they could cobble together. And yeah, hence the awkward look of the Cataphract, really, in the original art. It's been cleaned up a bit since, but generally, yeah, the Fract is meant to look a bit odd. It was one of those mechs that, when it first turned up MechWarrior Online, was a brute. The ability to mount multiple Ultra AC5s just made it a complete killer, and this is before the jamming chance was ever really increased in any form that would make it have an impact. So yeah, it was particularly effective. This model is pretty straightforward. It replaces the Ultra model of the 0XP, which was their original ECM-equipped Cataphract, with a Gauss rifle. Puts a ERPPC in the right arm, and later on 2 ER mediums in the left arm. The rest of it being taken up by the stealth armor and some extra heat sinks and the like. Outside of that, though, it's a pretty straightforward design, and I quite like it. If you haven't had a go of the 4L or the stealth-equipped Cataphract, it can be quite effective. I did like the fact you could build it off the 0XP here, and as you'll see in this match, it was pretty unexpected, the results. Stealth armor's been something that I haven't really had a lot of experience with in MWO. It is an effective tool, though. Obviously works better on light mechs than I think it does on heavy mechs, purely just because the size of the heavy mechs makes it a bit harder for them to creep around the environment without being spotted due to the silhouette. I know there are builds, things like the Thanatos, for instance, that uses like a couple of light Gauss rifles or just a couple of standard Gauss rifles, that kind of thing, to good effect. But yeah, generally the stealth armor tends to work better on fast-moving lights, as it allows them to quickly get up behind things. Obviously now you can actually vent heat at a much reduced rate, but you can still vent your heat using your stealth armor on. So they can be quite nasty, and this works quite well because the ballistic is generating virtually no heat, and the only real heat generating weapon is the ERPPC, so as long as you're careful of that, you can creep around the map and just keep firing ERPPC rounds and Gauss rounds quite regularly. With no real worry of overheating too quick. And if you do get detected, yeah, it's probably the time you want to turn it off. As I mentioned in the Archer video, I had one of those stutters there. That's just the performance MWO. Oh, yeah. 2 stealth mechs bump into each other. And I get a lucky leg shot on the Raven here, the Gauss rifle, in a second. I managed to cripple him. There we go. Oh, was it a Gauss rifle? It might have been an ERPPC, but I blew his leg off anyway. Stopped him from escaping. He just gave up. Poor guy. The thing I did like is the fact that there were numerous teammates who were in view of him, but didn't move at all to help him. They just kind of walked off. And this is where the stealth armor really comes into effect. The players, I guess, really do have tunnel vision a lot of the time, and they aren't paying attention to their environment. I don't know how me and the Phoenix Hawk weren't spotted. But I deactivated the stealth armor, drained heat, then reactivated, and now there's this Blood Asp. He's just been popped in the back by a Gauss round. Doesn't react. I thought he'd turn around. Most players, I think, would turn around. Second Gauss round. Now we've got a Jaeger mech coming up. The Jaeger hasn't seen us either. I can understand he's firing at a target, but boom, Gauss round. Doesn't react. Now he knows the thing in front of him that he's firing at hasn't got Gauss rifles. Gets hit again. The Blood Asp turns up again. He's being shot in the back as well by the Phoenix Hawk. Neither of these guys react. It's incredible. I mean, I guess maybe just the focus of the fight, just they didn't realise, but they're being hit regularly. And I don't know how the Blood Asp pilot didn't see. He's still got his back. That's the 3rd or 4th round I put into the back of him now. There's the 5th one, or 4th one. Shot in the back again. He finally realises he's being hit from behind. That much damage. And his mech's pretty much dead at this point. Unfortunately, I didn't get a kill. I was just kill stealing. Phoenix Hook was nicking my kills. But yeah, there you go. Overheat. Oh no, I might have got this guy actually. I think I popped him with a Gauss around there in the. I had to go for a headshot just because he was powered down. But I don't know where the head hitboxes are on a Blood Asp. So. But the team's lost at this point. The fight's over. But it's a really good example of just how effective stealth armor can be. You get the right positioning, and the teammates the enemy team who just aren't paying attention to what's going on around them, you can rack up the damage. I think my damage at the end of this is somewhere over 500, which for me is pretty damn good. Not the best I've ever had. My all-time best I had during this recording session, I believe. I don't think I've topped this level of damage. But in this Cataphract, yeah, I think I do over 500. And originally I was thinking, well, I've got to keep the footage because of that, because no one would believe me that if I told them that I was just shooting a Jägermech and a Blood Asp in the back with Gauss rounds and they never once noticed. And I think I get like a couple more. I've just had my second kill. I think I get another kill, but yeah, overall, this is a good mech. Try it out. Nice build. Cataphract 4L. Capellans know what they're doing when it comes to building mechs, in my opinion. They've got a good eye for it. The write-ups always seem to they always get crapped on as far as story is concerned, but as far as mech design goes, they're pretty good. So this one's about over. There we go. I'm down, dead. So you get to see the scoreboard and all that. But until then, have a good week, everybody. It's good to get back in, grinding through those heavies, getting close to the assaults. Are at 70 odd ton. Just got a few more to go, and we've done the clan ones after that, and then yeah, it's up to the assaults, where the Chariot series will finally come to an end. How about that? Years of work this is. But yeah, until then, oops, excuse me. Have a good week, everybody, and see you next time. Bye.